You're watching YCN, your local view. Program airtime is underwritten in part by Bar Harbor Bank and Trust. Looking to purchase your dream home, finance your business, or just find a better checking relationship? Our New Hampshire team is here to help you. We make award-winning banking happen every day. Contact us to see how we can help you. Member FDIC.
Welcome to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, and today we are coming to you from Bubba's Bar and Grill on the beautiful Newbury Harbor for another look at its great menu, including their award-winning clam chowder. Today we'll meet Bubba's owner, Heather, and hear of her future plans, but why they don't change their formula for fun. We'll get a tour of some Warner businesses. Hanna Flanders will remind us how convenient Sweet Beet Cafe is to skiers on their way to Mount Sunapee. And we'll close with Amanda Leslie at Hopkinton High School to hear how they prepare students for the future. But first, a few words from the good folks that make your Yankee Chronicle possible. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel, coming to you from Bubba's Bar and Grill here in Newbury Harbor. And we're now checking in with Heather Ski, the owner. She's been the owner for about a year and a half now since she took over from Bubba Williams. Heather, thank you for hosting and for joining me.
Thank you. It's good to be here.
Yeah, it's always exciting to check in with you. You have, you're busy all year long in quite the central location here, but winter with Mount Sunapee has got to be just hustling here. How are things going?
It's going well. It's a slow start to the year this year with the weather the way it's been.
Yes.
It's finally gotten cold enough.
Yep.
It'd be nice to get some fresh snow.
That would be nice.
But they're doing amazing at blowing the snow up there, and I hear most of the trails are open.
Yeah.
So the kids are excited, and the skiing's definitely getting started.
And you're in quite the convenient location because people have to kind of come by you to go home to wherever they're going. So you get a lot of people popping in, that sort of thing. How are things going here at Bubba's?
Great.
Good.
You know, we've got different drinks on. We have appetizers that they want to try, great soups. It's been a wonderful experience, and everything's going really well.
I'm so glad. And you have always been such a family-oriented establishment, too. I mean, come in here with kids off the ski mountain or whatever you've done that day. So that's really important as well. Any new menu items or anything you've changed in the last time since we've talked to you?
Well, I know that everybody had wanted the clam pizza back. We took that off for a short time, and that was definitely demanded.
Interesting.
There are a few kids, actually, that were like, we want the clam linguine. Okay, I know after a cold day of skiing that's what you want. We'll put it back on for the winter anyway.
Interesting. So you take one thing off and then you hear how popular it is.
Exactly. It kind of tends to ebb and flow like that.
Yeah.
So we have changed things, try and get things back that people have missed.
Sure.
Or, just start with new things.
Yeah. But you have a lot of staples that are never going anywhere.
Of course, our burgers, our Rubens, our pastas, our brick oven pizzas.
Yes.
Those are
I love
huge.
your portion of pasta. It's like you try and finish it all, but you can't, and then you still have a meal when you go home, too. It's fantastic.
Exactly. and that's part of it, too. It's like you want to take a little bit of Bubba's with you.
Totally.
Exactly.
I love it. Talk about your community partnerships, because that was really important to Bubba when he owned this and making sure that he was in partnership with a lot of community community events and organizations, and you've kind of kept that going as well.
We have taken that on, and we've expanded a little bit.
Good.
We've paired up with Tito's in the community.
Cool.
And we've done different things each month in the summer. We've also done one this past January. We've tried to pair up with different communities.
Cool.
To make sure we're kind of hitting everything.
Sure.
We've done some with animal shelters, food banks, Make-A-Wish, anything that's near and dear to our heart as far as touching the community in every way that we possibly can.
Very smart, and I mean, you're a staple in this community. It's been a restaurant for so many years, and there are a lot of organizations, I'm sure it's hard to pick and choose, but why not give back to them?
Exactly. There have been schools that we've helped as well.
Sure.
The Leominster Community School is one that near and dear to my heart from my town.
Okay.
And my kids went there, and I think it's very important to make sure our schools and kids know that we're here to support them.
Amazing. As we crazily start thinking about warmer summer months, I'm sure that's a whole different prep that you have to get ready for, but talk about what's the difference between winter and summer staff-wise too. I mean, you're busy all year long here, but summer I know is a popular one as well.
It's extremely popular.
Yeah.
It's one of our biggest.
Yeah.
Winter is busy, but summer is crazy.
Crazy, yeah.
And we're always looking for, cooks and to help them learn different things.
Sure.
And we're definitely willing to train and get new people in here. And it's always great, and a lot of them love to return. They'll go to college,
Yep.
they come back, they want to work all summer.
Amazing.
Any winter breaks they have, and that's front of the house and back of the house. So we just try to be a super fun environment to work at.
Well, and plus you're the host of the Newbury Old Home Day. It's right outside here. You have docks for people to come and enjoy. You have Thursday night music. There's a lot happening right here, and you're just the host of all that. So it makes you busy regardless of the weather and everything else.
Yes, with the ice cream window as well.
Yes.
We're always have different venues here.
Yeah.
It just seems like there's different commodities all the time.
Amazing. Well, Heather, I'm so glad to hear, we checked in with you just about a year and a half ago to hear about the transition with you and Bubba. Things are going great. The place looks wonderful. Thank you for joining us.
And Abby, we're still having a lot of fun here.
If you're looking for a great and fun place to eat at a beautiful location, Bubba's is it. When we come back, Catherine Nevins will give us a quick tour of the businesses and restaurants that make up the Main Street in Warner. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper. Echo Communications.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. Warner is at the southern end of our Sunapee region, and it has its own dynamic downtown. Tell us more, Catherine.
I'm in the gallery at Main Street Bookends. It is we're in the depth of winter. It's very, very cold, and it's nice to be here in this cozy gallery. And I wanted to encourage everybody to come and experience Warner during the wintertime. You may be coming up to ski, you may be coming just to do a day trip, explore towns around in the neighborhood. So we always like to say something wonderful is happening in Warner. And especially during the winter months, we encourage you to come and check out the downtown. We have restaurants, museums, shops, and friendly people. We're situated in the Dartmouth Lake Sunapee region, 18 miles northwest of Concord, with 2 exits off of I-89. If you take exit 9, be sure to go past the roundabout and continue on up into the lovely village of Warner. We are the home of the Rollins State Park and the entrance to Mount Kearsarge, as well as Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum. Only open on Fridays, January through April. It houses a huge collection of Native American artifacts. Through partnership with Native peoples, exhibits, and workshops, Mount Kearsarge Indian Museum serves as a living center for artistic expression, traditional values, and contributions from past and contemporary Native life. If you want to make a loop, you might want to start off at Cafe 1 East. It's a coffee house serving espresso drinks, scratch-made baked goods, breakfast, and more. There's a big front porch, there are board games, a place to relax, and they have open mic nights. Just behind the cafe is the Civil War statue of General Walter Harriman, which is in front of the Black Heritage Trail of New Hampshire Warner marker. We're very proud to have that marker there. These are on the central town green along with the Main Street Warner Lodge. This magnificent building was the original Baptist church in 1833, became the home of the Harris Masonic Lodge in the 1960s, and since 2020, when it was bought by the nonprofit Main Street Warner, is now being restored and renovated to become the future home of community events and an indoor performance area. Head on down Main Street and you will see the Warner Town Hall and then a series of shops and restaurants. You want to check out the Buttonwood shop. They have nature-inspired art and handcrafts, specialty herbal products, artisan-made ceramic vessels, botanical beverages, elixirs and teas, and seasonal flowers, foliage and plants. It's a fun place to explore. Next door is The Local, a great restaurant. It has a full bar serving excellent food and great selection of craft and domestic beers. It's a family-run and operated business offering an extensive menu that includes handcrafted burgers, sandwiches, and pulled pork. They host events regularly like the Tuesday Family Nights, Team Trivia Thursdays, Open Mic Fridays, and live music on Saturdays. So it's a fun place to stop and have something to eat. Or check out the best pizza around at Charlie Mac's. Located in the back of an old colonial home, they won New Hampshire Magazine's Best of 2024. Warm and inviting, it's always great food. Next door is the Warner Public Market, a local convenience store and market with farm fresh goods, apothecary, groceries, fresh baked goods, hot to go food, and beer and wine. Very local and delicious foods. Cross the street and you will see the New Hampshire Telephone Museum. The museum features the collection of the Violet and Bartlett families who collectively worked in the telephone industry for over 85 years. The museum is closed during the winter, but it's something you're going to want to come back and visit. On the adjacent corner is the iconic Pillsbury Free Library. Since 1892, Warner's gateway to information, education, and entertainment. Next door is the Jim Mitchell Community Park, opened 2010 with a terrace, gardens, and an amphitheater for outdoor performances during the summer and fall. This connects to the colonial with an attached barn that was once the home of the Pillsbury family. This is now the home of Main Street Bookends and Gallery, a general bookstore with a gallery representing over 30 local artists. This was started by myself and my husband Neil and brother Jim Mitchell back in 1998. Stop in to browse, check out the artwork, and get a sense of the community of Warner. Keep on down the street and you will reach Reed's North, a restaurant excelling in New England comfort food, an American tavern with craft beers, a whiskey wall, and cocktails. It's also home to trivia nights and a lot of local musicians. Check out the Warner mural on the outside wall, commissioned in 2021 to celebrate all that was and is Warner, and the 250th anniversary of the town being incorporated. Make it complete by visiting the Warner Historical Society and the Upton Chandler House right down the street. Their Warner exhibits always on site. So there's an awful lot to do right here in downtown Warner. It may be the winter months, but there's a lot of cozy places to tuck in, a lot to explore, a lot of great food, and we really encourage you to come and explore Warner during the winter because, as we like to say, something wonderful is always happening in Warner.
Thanks, Catherine, and the fine businesses that make up the Main Street of Warner. All are worth a visit. When we return, Hanna Flanders at Sweet Beet Market and Cafe in Bradford will lure us off of Route 103 for some of their fine offerings. But first, let's visit another one of the good businesses that make this show possible.
This program is supported by Main Street Bookends of Warner for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner.
The American Red Cross blood supply is at historically low levels this winter. and we're facing a dangerous situation across the country. Without the blood they need, hospitals may be forced to make tough decisions about patient care. Donors are needed now to ensure blood is available for everyone who needs it when they need it. The good news is, you can help. Make an appointment to give now. Visit redcrossblood.org or call 1-800-RED-CROSS. Patients are counting on you.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The Kearsarge Food Hub is a nonprofit organization on a mission to reinvigorate our community within restorative local food systems through cultivating food access, growing engaged learners, and nurturing community. And they can nurture you in many ways, including a wonderful cafe, food and beverages, and food. Tell us more, Hannah.
Hey, you might not know this, but just a half a mile off of Route 11 when you're driving from 89 to Mount Sunapee, you can find incredible products from over 150 local and regional food vendors right here in central New Hampshire, all in one place. This is Sweet Beet Market and Cafe. You can also get soups, sandwiches, breakfast here in our cafe, made from locally sourced goods. It's easy, it's quick, it's right off Route 11, so come check us out. So if you're coming from 89 from Warner and you're heading towards Sunapee, you're going to take a left at the lights at the Dunkin' Donuts and Pizza Chef, and you're going to find Sweet Beet Market and Cafe just a half a mile down for all of your local food, market, cafe needs. So our mission here at KFH is to reinvigorate our community within a restorative local food system, and we do that through Sweet Beet Farm, Market, and Cafe. We do that through a dynamic educational program that serves kids and adults of all ages, really. We do that through a food security program, specifically with a robust food donations program. We supply over 8 local food pantries with fresh produce that we purchase directly from our local farms, as well as operate an on-site community fridge here at 11 West Main Street. That is a free fridge that we stock with grocery items, meals, fresh produce, and other things that our neighbors can access anytime they need, no questions asked. So the Sweet Beet Farm Market and Cafe really are kind of a dynamic web of infrastructure that fuels all of our programming here at KFH. Up on Sweet Beet Farm, we grow about 20,000 pounds of organic vegetables a year using regenerative practices on a small piece of land that's under an acre that we produce all that food on. And the farm is not just a production farm, it's also an educational farm. So all the things that we're learning and running a viable, small-scale, sustainable farm business, we're sharing with our farmer apprentices to grow more farmers in the area, with high school students that are coming to do extended learning opportunities to get school credit on the farm, all the way down to first graders, third graders, and homeschool students that are just getting to learn to love nature by being out on the farm and tasting delicious foods right out of the garden. So the farm is really the backdrop for a lot of our educational programs. Shout out to our educational partners, Kearsarge Regional School District, Parker Academy, all of our homeschool families who we bring together. We're bringing about 200 unique learners to the farm each year so that we can grow not only more farmers but mindful eaters and stewards of the earth moving forward. Sweet Beet Market and Cafe, where I am right now here at 11 West Main Street, is the place where our customers, our neighbors can access the fruits of not just our local farm here in Bradford, but over 150 farms based in New Hampshire and in the New England region are represented here in the Market and Cafe. So the market is a year-round glorified farmers market essentially, but with all of your grocery needs right here in one spot, sourced locally, vetted by us. These farmers and producers are people that are really caretaking the land as well as producing nutritious foods for our community. So there's a ton to explore in the market, from fresh produce to meat to dairy, baked goods, grocery items, prepared meals, take and bake that you can bring home and heat up in your oven, which dovetails beautifully with our cafe offering. So we have a kitchen on site where we're processing, farm fresh abundance and excess from our local food system into delicious meals for our cafe customers. Right now we have weekend service, Saturdays and Sundays 9 to 2, but we also have grab-and-go meals available during market hours Wednesday through Sunday, as well as producing meals from our kitchen to go into our community fridge. We've seen over the past 9 years of building the Food Hub firsthand how our local regenerative farmers and farms are on the front lines of growing healthy soils, combating climate change while producing foods for our community. We've also seen through our food security work that neighbors everywhere are struggling to put food on the table as costs of living rises across the board. So what we do, our function really as a Food Hub, is to be that bridge between our farmers, our local farmers, and the people who need to eat food in our community. And we're finding really creative ways to bridge that gap so that our farmers are paid what they deserve for their services in the community, and so that our neighbors can access the foods that they're producing. We bridge that gap through our food donations program. We bridge that gap by operating Sweet Beet Cafe here at 11 West Main Street. That serves about 4,000 customers a year in a town that does not have another grocery store option. Here at Sweet Beet Cafe, it's not just about the delicious food coming out of the kitchen, though that is a huge part of it, and you definitely need to come try it. It's about creating community space. It's about creating what I just recently heard this term, the third space. So it's not home, it's not work or school, it's a third space that you can come, bring your family on the weekends or your book on the weekdays, and come sit in our community room. It is open to the public during market hours. We invite any and all people to come hang out, have a conversation, and share the space with us. So stop by and find some incredible products that are going to surprise you and have a tasty bite to eat.
Stop in and find out about all their good products and efforts. When we come back, we'll venture down to Hopkinton High School and find out what their career day was all about. But first, this word from another underwriter of our local programming here on YCN. Please stay with us.
This program is supported by the Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.
You're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Now you're looking at the #1 cause of lung cancer for non-smokers. That's why the Surgeon General issued this warning. Radon is an invisible radioactive gas that seeps inside your home from underground. Whether you smoke or not, radon can cause lung cancer. Protect your family. Have your home tested. Call 1-800-SOS-RADON. Radon problems can be fixed.
Welcome back to Yankee Chronicle. I'm your host, Abby Peel. The mission of every public school is to prepare each and every student for their future. At Hopkinton High School, a career day fits into that mission.
I think a career day is important for our students to have the opportunity to explore possibilities for career choices and different career pathways as they get ready to pursue different courses at the high school level, so that they can set themselves up for future success upon them receiving their diploma from Hopkinton High School.
Their future goals, their future dreams, and that there's really no obstacle except their inner voice telling them things that they can't do. But at this stage in their life, there really are no obstacles. There's nothing in the way. All the doors are wide open for them. They just need to believe in themselves and that the opportunity is there for them.
Well, I think now we're also preparing students for careers that aren't even developed yet. So the sooner that we can get them thinking about potential career paths, allows them to start asking themselves some questions about what are their real interests, and what are some conversations they may want to have at home. Do they want to do the same thing their parents are doing, or do they want to think about something different in the area of technology that isn't even developed yet? So if we can continue to offer them that opportunity to think more broadly and not as narrow, I think that just allows us to also better prepare them for life after high school.
So they had the opportunity to meet 22 different people in various careers. They went door to door and had 30-minute workshops. So they were exploring various fields, from music to trades to medical and beyond.
So a host, maybe at a restaurant, you're probably taking takeout orders, you're cashing people out, you're handling credit cards and cash, absolutely.
I'm maintaining a lot of relationships with facilities guys or customers. They know me by name, they call me personally on the phone. I talk to them, half the time they call the office, but other times they'll just call me directly. And if I didn't think this was a great trade, believe me, I wouldn't be here telling you how great it is.
A great career path in automotive technology. And you can take a lot of different career paths, right? So if you like working with your hands, we hire high school students. We actually have a couple currently in our company.
That's what you got to do, is you have opportunities here around you. Whatever you decide that you're interested in, you're passionate about, there's resources here to help you.
You know, every sport, there's statistics kept. And pretty soon, sports are going to be kept from the video camera, all right? So right now, it kind of looks like skeletons. Oh, assist, and it's got a number, and you can see the number affiliated with that person. So is it going to eliminate a job? It's going to create another job.
We don't normally see in our everyday life, which has been fascinating.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you for coming.
Yeah, we do.
CAT scan, MRI, everything under the sun you can think of.
Yeah.
And they still don't know. She's had like a bunch of like dietary things, like she can't.
Yeah, you do it all. Take the cap right off. Catheter. Whoop, hold the needle. And you advance the catheter in, and now pull the needle back, and now retract the needle. The white button.
They came from the University of New Hampshire, science, technology, engineering, and math, to get students interested in the hands-on biofabrication.
I've been in the building now for 20 years in this district, and when I first came here, we had a career day similar to today. And then during the pandemic, it went away, and I presented the idea to Beth. Beth was already thinking about it when I presented it to her. And really what we're seeing today is the accumulation of a lot of hard work that Beth has put into this to bring this opportunity in front of our students, to organizing all of the presenters, the wonderful lunch they're going to receive here soon, and the performers. We started the day with a great concert, and actually I think today was a perfect opportunity for the kids to see the importance of education and where it can lead. One of my former students, when I was a music director in a former school district, actually performed today. So it was really great to see how these opportunities can lead to larger careers and wonderful lives for students when they leave our school. And I look forward to this continuing every year for our middle school classes.
Thank you, Amanda, and all the public school educators that make it their mission to secure the future of all of our students. That's it from this week here at Bubba's on Newbury Harbor. So much good food combined with good times is awaiting you here. Please join us next week at the same time as we step aside for the February edition of Cougar Chronicle. Join John Fortney and Laura James, who will talk to Sandy Nelson, the drama director at Kearsarge Regional High School, about the recent successful production of Disney's Beauty and the Beast and the value of arts in education. Leanne Rowe and Samantha Palmer will discuss their roles as social workers in the schools at Kearsarge. And Michael Bissett will introduce us to the Mythbusters of education. And we'll close with Ask the Superintendent, a chance for voters to pose the hard questions to him. Tune in to our live basketball game of the week on TDS TV 13 and 1013, Comcast 8, Apple TV, Roku, and at ycnnow.com. Our next Kearsarge game has the girls of Kearsarge hosting Newfound on Wednesday, February 5th at 6:23 p.m. All of our football and basketball games are available anytime on demand at ycnnow.com. I'm Abby Peel. Tune in again next week at the same time for the Who, What, Where, and When show of the Kearsarge Schools Cougar Chronicle. Get out and enjoy winter, everyone.
This program is supported by H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Their full-service model offers oil delivery, propane, motor fuels with design, installation, service, and maintenance of all types of oil, gas, and alternative energy systems, as well as air conditioning, water conditioning systems, and their highly trained and friendly staff will assist you throughout the process of buying, installing, and servicing a full line of energy products. H.R. Clough and Kearsarge Heating. Echo Communications, a digitally integrated commercial printer and mailer located in New London, New Hampshire since 1997, with roots going back much further as the country press, AccuMail, and the home of the Kearsarge shopper, Echo Communications. Main Street Bookends of Warner, for books, toys, games, cards, gifts, and a gallery of local art. Main Street Bookends of Warner. The Innertown Record, your weekly hometown community newspaper covering the Kearsarge Sunapee Sunshine region of New Hampshire. The Innertown Record.